All my where you at? All my people, where you at? All my people, where you at? Let these people know where we at. All my people, where you at? All my people, where you at? What up, yo, Cricket? What up, Chris? What up, everybody? We in the building. Have rehab. What up? You not my on the lockout. You already know where you at. I'm here. Yo, new true drop. What up, lockout gang? Yo, I'm going live real quick because I'm over here in the whip with my man Bobby. He's going crazy screaming on somebody. Look. He's like, call me back. He's going bananas. We over here in the whip, chilling. You know, we got a stunt. Everybody else do it. So smash that like button. I just went live real quick. We in Brooklyn. Pull up. You don't know where this is at. We by Hoyt and Skimmerhort. Who knows about the court buildings? If you've been to court in Brooklyn, you know where we at. So anyway, never glorifying. Just telling a story. Check this out what happened to Warpath this morning. I'm not on Wi-Fi, so if it shuts off, I love you guys and we'll tune right back in. Rikers Island, how easy you can end up there. This morning, someone is knocking on my door and they like, open the door. I gotta lock the door, Bob. I'm just smoking. Bobby don't smoke, so I gotta step out the car. I'm a real smoker. He gotta give me a break. So they knocking on my door talking about, it's Wendy's, open the door. Any guns in there? Any guns? Yeah, we calling the cops. There's illegal activities going on in this house. I'm like calling the cops. I'm like, yo, these people just starting to snitch. Now where I live at, there's a Wendy's, there's everything. These people got Wendy's suits, but the Wendy's is not right next to my house, so I'm bugging out. I'm like, Wendy's? So I stood in my head that people do these illegal things or make believe so you can get to open the door, and when you open, they intrude your house and try to do all types of things to you. So right away I'm thinking, oh man, somebody I did something 2 years ago, found out where war lives at, and your past is creeping. You know, karma, it happens, right? So anyway, I'm not opening the door, you already know, for nobody coming knocking like that. And then when they was like, I'm gonna call the cops on their way, and I heard them with the cops, and the cops was like, what building, what floor? I'm like, oh, they did call the cops. So I'm like, I'm calling the cops too. I felt funny even saying that to save my own life. I felt like, whoa, you calling the cops? Like, for real. And then the cops, they like, what's your name? I don't want to give them my real name. Like, I'm so used to doing wrong that even when I'm doing right, I feel like it's wrong. You feel me? So I got Scooby-Doo on her. Like, when she said, there's illegal activities going on in that apartment. I'm like, you had me looking around my apartment like, man, any ratchets in here or something? Like, I'm looking around like, yo, I hope that's not on the table. I'm looking under. I'm like, I hope, you know, because people in my house got license for stuff. So let's get that straight. Just in case, you know, the algorithm picks up some crazy stuff. We never promoting violence. So now, guess all this time, this is how I say how mistakenly you could end up in Rikers Island real quick. First of all, I could have got crazy and carried away and been like, you knocking on my door. I could have grabbed them, pulled them in and said, what up, who are you? Who sent you? Like on some Taken. You ever seen the movie Taken? And he's like, I'm gonna find you. And when I find you, you already know what he says. And the guy goes, good luck. I love that movie. That movie was lit, Taken. I could watch that 1,000 times. So anyway, I'm thinking movie shit in my head. I'm thinking all types of things. They coming at me, whatever. I'm thinking jail. Like, here we go. I'm going to jail for mistaken identity. This is how fast it could happen. Or I could get into an argument with the cops because they come to your house to try to help you out and always wind up, well, you got ID, you got a warrant. Like, bro, I called you. You know, and how it flips right on you. Like, I don't know if you ever seen that happen to people, but the whole thing flips right back to you and you like, I should have never called these bozos. So that's something like that happened. Me and the cops start arguing after that. But check this out. All this time, it was a lady looking for her loved one. I'm not gonna say the word that starts with a K and ends with a D, right? She's looking for that person. And you already know, the algorithm picks up things we're not even talking about. She's looking for her, it starts with a K, ends with a D. And she has that person like with a chip in their neck. I'm figuring, not a chip in their neck, you know, but she's GPSing the person's phone and it's like, yo, my peoples is in here with some guy. And I'm like, but the cop, I came out now, the cop said everything. I'm like, what's up? You know, my next door neighbor, one of them works at Rikers Island and the other one is a cop, if I'm not mistaken, right? And it's funny because at the same token, their family members are involved in the same thing I was involved in. My other neighbor is down with the C's, you know, rocks blue. Another neighbor that I got, my whole block is BD. We all know that. I'll keep always saying that. There's not a gang channel. We never glorify gangs. And we already know for the youth, stay away from gangs. Stay away from cutting people if you think that's cool, that's not cool. You know, don't cut innocent people that never did nothing to you. Don't cut nobody, especially an innocent person, just because you're trying to get involved in something. You know what I'm saying? Don't let people guide you into that self-destruction of our own people, because that's not cool. You know, don't let these stories that people be saying, or even at times that I say, even though I say it with a message, do not let these people. Why would you call me if you see me going live? I don't understand that. If you see me live, why would you call me, bro? Obviously, you calling me because you see me live. Don't call me, bro, right now. Do not interrupt on the lockout or lockout gang, bro. I don't care who you are, what it's about. You gotta wait, bro. I'm at work. I'm talking to my family. So now check this out. Do not let these dudes guide you into the wrong direction. They're cutting people to be involved in a gang is cool, because most of these dudes that were cutting people to join a gang, they wasn't cutting the gang members. They were cutting anybody from that race, and that's a fact. That's a fact. Most of these dudes, when I say that, people take it personally. If it wasn't you, my man, don't take it personal. If I ain't say no names, that's why I don't say names. They were cutting people to go to the box because they couldn't live in population. Facts. They was nervous. They was scared to live in Pop Dog. Not because, we was outnumbered, 1 million of them. And no, bro, you didn't want to live in Pop Dog, because then we really had to see if you was about that life. People ask some people like, yo, if you was doing this and putting in so much pain, how you stood in population? You was not trying to get caught, and dudes wasn't blowing it up. These dudes, a lot of dudes was cutting people in front of the police, like people be saying, because they wanted to get caught. Boop, now take me to the box for 3 years, because I don't want to be up here with these dudes. It's wild up here. Send me where I'm alone, away from civilization. You understand what I'm saying? Let's get it right, bro. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here, bro? This is On the Lockout, where we keep it real with facts. Look at the thing for a second. So, this is just so you can see, yo, stop mentioning other people on my channel, with all respects, official. I don't do those. If you want to tell me something, DM me. I don't care who it's about. If my brother's at home with his family, that's my real brother. Or people are your brothers out of convenience on these situations. My brothers is my lockout gang, my lockout family. I don't talk about gangs on this channel. I don't talk about gang involvement. I don't promote gangs. I promote don't get involved in gangs, nations, organizations, whatever. Whoever don't like it, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And not because I don't like, of course, we love everything things are supposed to stand for, but what people are doing is a whole different story. Love all people, it's otherwise that's specified. Let me tell my story, man. No disrespect. Let's not mention other people's channels here, because I block people like that. And if you want to leave on your own, you could do that before I block you anyway. And I don't mean disrespect. I'm like that in real time. I'm like that on the channel. I'm like that everywhere. Whoever knows, knows. Yo, I'm gonna block you in 2 seconds, bro. I told you about them jokes already, my man. Please do not play with me like that. I know you're talking about the art thing or whatever, but it don't sound like that. I told you that in a DM. You still gonna come on here and do it? Maybe you should block yourself, because I'm gonna block you already. I told you twice already, my dude. I don't care how long you've been on the channel. You donate $1 million, which you probably never did. But none of that matters to me, bro. Don't try to play me, bro. I told you twice already, my dude. And I don't mean to disrespect, but now you disrespecting me. You should think, bro. If you had a brain, my G, you would think, yo, he didn't like it when I told him on DM. Why would I say it here? You're talking about an art. I know what you're talking about, but the people don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell my story anyway. That shit you're talking about right now is not important, B. So anyway, family, they knocking on the door. Boom. I'm getting on real brief because I got to leave. Me and Bobby taking care of something for this podcast show that I'm doing with my guys in Brooklyn. We in Brooklyn right now. Y'all already know I'm originally from Brooklyn. My birth certificate says place of Brooklyn, County of Kings. Facts. So they knocking on the door, boom, 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 boom. Damn, my knuckles is all beat up, man. I gotta start hitting dudes this way. Now, I don't hit people YouTube. I don't know why these things got like that. It's from working out, it's from the bar. I do bar like this. So anyway, yeah, man, that looks ugly. So anyway, check it. They knocking on the door, the cops come, it gets crazy. All this time, I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking, you know that your peoples is in there. No, she GPSing the person's phone and put like a tracking device on the phone. And I thought about my man right there. One of my friends was looking for his wife one time, and it's like, bro, she's cheating on me. I'm like, bro, you're gonna get locked up for stalking this lady. She's my wife. It don't matter, bro. Stalker's a stalker, bro. Charges are charges. Cops are cops, right? So mind you, I know for a fact that that technology is not always right because my man was looking for his girl. I followed her on the train. I helped the stalker dude, right? Because I felt bad for him. And I wanted to let him know he was wrong. And I proved that he was wrong, right? We was playing to catch a cheater on this lady. Meanwhile, she was at an ice cream spot, and it was coming up that she went to the second floor of somebody's apartment. She was buying ice cream. I said, she's definitely sucking on something, but it's ice cream, bro. Just in case, the algorithm. We said sucking on ice cream, bro. So anyway, yeah, you got to make sure with this YouTube thing, because you got to be a super nerdy tactics to get super monetized here. It's like they don't want to give you money for nothing. But they'll put some to no ads, right? So they figured out a way to pay us more money with the yellow ads. Let's see how that goes. So anyway, bottom line is this. All this time you're looking for somebody. I thought you knew the way you was knocking on my door, you knew for a fact that your peoples was in there with me. First of all, I live with a lady, bro. Like, dudes are crazy. It's just me and my wife in there and my dog, bro. And my boy. You know what I'm saying? His name is Metal. He's official. This dude is loyal. His name is Metal. You know, he's had that name since he was born, since he was made. So my man Metal is always laid up in the house. One thing I love about my boy Metal, he's always laying down till somebody wakes him up. You know what I'm saying? So Metal's a good guy. So it's me, wifey, and Metal, and my chihuahua that acts like a pit bull, right? So it's 4 of us there, if you get it. Still not saying nothing wrong out the rhythm, so relax. So I say all that to say, you didn't even know that the person wasn't in there. Technology's not always right. It's showing up that the person is in there. I said, they cannot be in here, because sometimes I can't get in my own building. With the keys and all, it's hard with the new locks. So she waited till the people from upstairs went upstairs, and they left the door open because their Jaguar was outside. I had to throw that in there, their Jaguar. So she opened the door and went right in, you know? So if that was one of us, we would have been in trouble for trespassing. But I guess she could do that because she's looking for her KD, right? Your KD's not in there, bro. We don't play those. Number 2 is, I would never bring another woman to wifey's house. Like, I don't do that. I'm not dumb. Even though I'm not doing that, but especially not there, bro. I don't, first of all, when it comes to people in life, I don't deal with other women unless they got an apartment. Like, we both can't be effed up. And I'm just saying that because those that know me know how I get down. It's not that you're using anybody or nothing. It's not that I'm not gonna go, or I teach even my people, like, bro, of course you effed up. The girl you got don't work. She's not planning to work. She's not going to school. She's not doing nothing to generate an income. She looking for a bag and you looking for a come up. We both cannot be effed up, bro. Somebody gotta be doing good to help the other person up. So I don't deal with people that need a place to stay themselves. We could be talk as friends, like people I know, what's up, how you doing? But as far as relationship-wise, no. I'm not leaving my wifey where we got a place to stay for a whole other bum, super ratchet person that never had their own place. They still lives with grandma, which is cool, I get it, but I'm not doing it. Not Warpath, not on the lockout. Anyway, I love you guys. Just wanted to show you that we need to be more careful because there's people out there, right? You could be doing so good and that negative energy will be brought to you and you will end up on Rikers Island or in prison in minutes by one little mistake, by somebody else's mistake. And when I came out, she didn't even act like it looked like it wasn't me. She see me with no shirt on and she must have said, Because I got Scooby-Doo on her when I said, it is Wendy's. They had the uniform and all that. I'm like, Wendy's is cops now? Like, when she see me, she looked at me like, oh yeah, she definitely in there. Like, this dude thing here, cutie too. Like, she looked at me like, I said, what's the problem, miss? She said, don't worry, the cops are coming. Like, you were sure that your peoples was in there. Wrong apartment, man. And that's how you could go to jail with somebody showing their phone or their tracking device to an undercover, to a cop, and be like, this is stating that my people is in there. They'll wind up searching your whole apartment looking for somebody. They don't find that person, but now they ran into your man's metal. They ran into a million things on why now everybody in here is going with us. You understand what I'm saying? Because they didn't have a search warrant, but this is when somebody else's life is in danger, they feel they could come in. They could knock that door down if somebody else says there's a ratchet in there. That's why the cops ask these telling dudes, are you sure? Because they coming in there for that ratchet. And if you lie, they're gonna come and get you, right? Because these telling dudes or so-called IG dudes, whatever you wanna call them in the street, that work for these people, be just giving false information and try to get out. So that's how you could get caught up, and we need to be more careful with that, bro. I could have been in jail today because even though I'm doing the right thing and I'm a YouTuber and I'm working for YouTube, right? I don't know. I'm not doing nothing wrong, but there may be other things in there that the law deems not suitable for everyone's life. Like, you're not supposed to have this. Yeah, but that's from my kitchen set. You know, like, we don't look at that as wrong because we're not using it for that. Whatever it is, you can have a scale, let's say, and the scales are used for things in the kitchen. You buy the kitchen supplies. But buddy, they're gonna take it like you're bagging up in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, today you gotta explain that to a judge. And that's just the way they get down. Like, buddy, I hear you. Well, you could explain it when you get downtown. Joe, we're taking him. He's gonna explain to the judge why he has a triple beam scale in his house. He could explain it down there. But you gotta go through all that process in order to explain your story and make people believable, right? Because at trials, it's not about the truth, it's not about nothing. It's who could tell the best lie. Who's gonna lie the best so hard that it's gonna be believable? That's why when people got locked up, my parole officer one time got locked up, supposedly for, you know, sex involvement with KD. It starts with K, ends with a D at the end, right? And was like, yo, but I didn't do that. You see me doing that? She was a female. I'm like, he must be a big bambalang. That means a big overgrown person, right? But younger than me. And I'm like, what? She's like, what should I do? I'm like, whatever you do, whatever story you told in the beginning, remember that same story all the way to the end and always stick with that same story because they watch what you said in the beginning and what you say at the end. Is who could tell the best lie at trials. It's just point blank. You know, who's the better actor at a trial? That's what it's about. It's never about the truth because the DA's there so her career could go up. She wants you to get convicted. She don't care if you're not the guy that did this or did that. They're not there to let you free, bro. People be like, I believe in the New York traditional system. And we want to believe that all that is true, but unfortunately, we live in a society where it's not about that. It's about people's jobs and how they could get higher in rank and higher in position in the world and how their job could grow and how their career could grow, right? Every time I say Korea, I don't know why it reminds me about King Korea, the guy that gave me that name. And we were just talking about him and my boy Chip from MOD. It was a crew years ago. It's still around. I'm on my way in Brooklyn, Sunset Park. They were the founders of like MOD. It's called Masters of Disaster. And my neighborhood has always been known for bikers, like Outlaws, Unknown Bikers, with TC, Mr. R. These were graffiti writers, but at the same token, they got like a Novice Skull, man, something like that. You know, my boy, shout out to Demon. You know, these dudes were like super bikers from the Assassinators, and they were official and still are official. And they older dudes, and they put in pain up north in Brooklyn, now neighborhood, everybody knows them. And that's another thing that we got to get to. I already told the story, guys, so we're going to jump to sign up for the next 2 minutes. We don't want to make the video too long. Just be careful what you do and where you place yourself. This incident, I was at my own home, but it's just how you can end up at Rikers Island in seconds and you didn't even do nothing. And them talking about, all right, we understand. Well, you explain it when you get downtown. Man, I got to go through all that to explain something I never even do. So in the process, while they calling the cops, I'm worrying about, I got to jump in the shower real quick. I got to make sure I got the right socks, right underwears, because you about to go strip butt naked in front of these dudes on a search, right? And you want to be right, you know, not that you trying to impress anybody, but, you know, I'm not trying to be let out of my house in slippers and be on the island in slippers everywhere. You know, I remember the things I did, and I know that you run into bandits and people, the same people 10 years later. So, Mr. Arnold and from around my way, Tretch, from BYI, Beyond Your Imagination, all these graffiti writers are from my way. They started up, and they older, and they still write. Their names ring bells throughout all these walls, bro, and outside and the prison walls. But to say all that, Mr. R just came home from doing, I think, a 4.5 to 9. I just came to Chip's job from seeing Chip from MOD. Shout out to Chip. I love him. Chip is one of the good ones, man. And Bobby, of course. Bobby's our boy, so Bobby drove me and told Chip, yo, come outside for a second. Can you come out? Yeah, come out. When he see me, he's like, holy shit. You know, it was like a cool reunion, you know. And I love these guys, man. They're my friends, you know. They're really my friends. Like, Chip will send me to the store, like, can you do me a favor? With $100 bill, bro. And people be like, yo, I'll go for you, somebody else. He knows. And he's like, nah, he's good. He could go. Like, this was years ago when I was more wild. But people would think, like, yo, war's about to dead. No, not Chip, bro. That's my brother. I was doing that to other people. That didn't involve them. You understand what I'm saying? They were different. They always been different. So anyway, I say all that to say, be careful what you do. That's Bobby hitting me up. I love you guys. I was going to say something else, but I'll get back to it in the next video. I promise you guys I'll do another live today or a video. And I'm going to do a video with Bobby. We getting my computer and everything together. And another boom arm. We're going to order another boom arm for me and Bobby. So me and Bobby could go live on the other channels and on this channel. So thanks a lot, guys. While Bobby was talking, I was live there. And to say bye to Bobby. Bobby loves you guys. Bobby's part of the Lockout family.
What's up, fam? Everything good today? Another blessed day. God is good, #1.
That's right. God is good. Bobby always, you know, we always drove around. War's walking right now because the situation, you know, YouTube is robbing us. Nah, YouTube is good money. Thanks a lot, YouTube. I love you guys. Bobby loves y'all. Don't worry, I'm in good hands with Bobby. I just came out here to Brooklyn. I had to do something. Honestly, I'm so honest that I still got like 3 months left of my EBT. Y'all know that EBT video I made? No prendan la música, no dejan que. So I told Bobby I'm going to get demonetized. But they trying to work it out like if somebody's playing music in the background, like it ain't got nothing to do with us. But it's cool. Yeah, but we don't got no music right now. That was somebody screaming, YouTube. So anyway, check it. I came over here because I lost my EBT card. Y'all already know how we do. When people made fun of EBT, I made a video about it. That's how you do it. I lost it, and I think I still got like 3 or 2 more months left before they debt me. Because once you start making other money with your social and all that, that's dead. And of course, I started making other money, whether I got paid or not like that. Yet that money's going into my account from YouTube. And they can see that. So why not take advantage of the last 2 or 3 months? But I lost the card because I don't pay mine to that. But in my family's head, they're like, man, you better go get that then. Because we need that at the house, Scooby-Doo. It come in handy. Seatbelt. I love you guys. Stay up. Lockout gang, Lockout family, we the best. Let them know why they mad. The algorithm. Boom, boom, boom. Do not skip. Remember, don't skip. Love you. He keeps saying it's $150, the seatbelt. I got you. Hold on. Hold on. Ellos todavía están ahí online. Por si acaso dice. Yeah, so anyway, guys. I love you guys. We driving around Brooklyn. We on our way to North Street and all that. Y'all already know I'll be everywhere. It's Warpath with the white fitted today. I rock a lot of snapbacks because, you know, the flow changed in the hood. But we try to stay up to par with what's going on. But at the same time, I got a lot of fitteds. I got a little bit of everything. I just turned into a hat dude, like really a lot. I always had hats to have them. But now I rock them hard. Because I usually have my hair like pretty boy style. The sun is beaming in my face, but it's good because anybody that knows about making these videos, you can never have too much outside light. The outside lightning is the best light for videos. So if you're recording and you don't have a too good camera, don't worry about it. The outside light, the sun, when it shines upon your crown, is always official. And we all know in the world, brothers and sisters, we all kings and queens. And that's a fact. And I'm not just talking about that life while people are gonna think, oh, because he's king. No. We the only ones that can use the word that we kings and queens? That's not just, no disrespect, but that's not just for black people. That's for everybody. We all kings and queens in the world. Love yourself. Love all people. We're the best. The hottest show in America. Why? Because you guys said so. On the Lockout. Tune in. Videos, new content coming this week. I promise. Love. Never forget.